Alright, Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, everybody. So, for those who don't know, this is Rayton. He is our Breton from High Rock, who was a notorious, not really notorious, but he was definitely a criminal back in High Rock, and he, you know, he was basically cast out of his noble house. The house fell as a result of his actions, and he's totally disgraced. Now, nobody knows about that here in Morrowind, where he's building a reputation for himself as a good guy. As far as anyone knows, he's a good guy. Right? And that's how we plan to keep things. Now, we've got our... for those who want to know about his combat style, he wields a stick, and he beats things with that stick. It's very efficient. Very efficient. So, with his ability to beat people with a stick, he also wields heavy armor underneath his robes. And then we got Restoration, Conjuration, Mysticism, Speechcraft, Mercantile, Illusion, Alteration. So basically all the magics except Destruction. And then he also knows Alchemy, and then Speechcraft and Mercantile. But we're really working on Mercantile. It's at 89. Mercantile is our second highest skill, with Blunt Weapons at 99. Blunt Weapons are almost maxed out for good. When I say maxed out for good, actually, this I'm using an uncapper, so it's going to keep going. But it gets exponentially harder to raise with each point above 100. So, knowing that, we are pretty much good to go. We, oh yes, we finished the Buck Moth fund. Did I actually turn that in? Let's go find out. Let's go find out if I turned in the Buck Moth fund. I believe it's this way? Probably this way. Hello there. We're gonna go downstairs and see if the Almoners, I'm pretty sure we finished it. Hello, sir. Yes, I have definitely doubled our goal. Once again, you've exceeded our expectations. Take these gifts as tokens. Excellent. Looks like we got the buying game. We got some scrolls, and that's good. That's good. I'm very happy about this. So, we've done a good job so far. We're gonna ask him for our next thing. Yeah, don't forget check advancement. Sure, let's do that. We are now an invoker in the Imperial cult, so we've ranked up. We are now higher than we were before. This is good, because it means that there are doors open to us now, and free blessings and things that we can take advantage of. Not that we have to worry about that so much. I didn't actually install the blessings mod for the Imperial cult altar, so currently they're only cures and restores, which is mildly annoying, even though I should be able to get a blessing of Zenithar or whatever. Hello, sir.
Greetings to you. A pleasure to meet you.
Right. She should be able to sell us things now. We're high enough.
Honor, Invoker.
Right. So, later on, we can begin the Oracle's quests, but we're not going to do that right now. Instead, we're going to look at what kind of spells she can teach us. There's Vitality, which can fortify our health by 25%. Don't really care about that too much, but I think we can take the Vigor and Vitality and create like a super spell for that later. So we're gonna learn both of those now, and then kind of mess with them later. I think that might be fun. Specifically with spell making. Actually, we can do that right now. Fortify health. Let's do that. So it's only on self. We're gonna fortify ourselves. Let's have a look here. Looks like the spell chance would still be 100%, even if I were to fortify it for a second. But if I want to bring it up to like, let's just say 80 seconds, then the chance would be significantly less. Okay, so that's interesting. I'm looking at the cost and everything, and how that would function. Let me click this down to 80 seconds exactly. So yeah, it looks pretty good. I like the fact that I could really just buff my health 1 to 100. And you know what? Let's try that. Lucky health. Yes. So we're just gonna try casting Lucky Health and see what happens. I wanna, because we're at 91 max health now. But if we cast Lucky Health, I wanna see what happens there. We're probably not gonna use that overall, but I just wanna see. Successfully cast, and 178 out of 91 health. That's actually pretty handy. Looks like we can make some pretty fancy spells there. It lasts 80 seconds, so that's a minute and 15. Yeah, that's...
Stay as long as you like. It would be a privilege to talk with you.
Right, right. However, I think we're kind of done with the Imperial cult for right now. I think we should head back to Vivec and try to advance in the arena a little bit, get our reputation up, be well known as a strong and powerful soldier of the Nine, and we'll earn the reputation of being strong in the arena. So let's go do that right now. Let's head on out. It's a rainy day, but we can probably avoid most of the unpleasantness. By the way, I call this place Laggy Heart due to its immersive frame rate. Very, very immersive. And it's not really that laggy overall, like in the greater scheme of things. But it will, I'm just looking down so I can avoid most of the lag. Let's see here. Anyway, back through here. We are going to run. And I don't see anything going on here at the moment, so I think we're good. Keep running. What do you think when a writer makes his lazy self insert kill a beloved character? I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, yeah, you're going on about things that without context, so. I mean, obviously, lazy self-inserts are bad to begin with, so what do you want me to say? Alright. Let's keep going. Our blunt weapon skill has just increased to 100. Is that Fargoth who's Fargoth has lightning shield. What kind of insanity is that? Lightning shield Fargoth. We should have known. We should have known. Okay. Have you seen the YouTube channel Terrible Writing Advice? They had something. Whoop, we got an enemy here, a wizard. We're gonna cast our Deadpool. Whoop. There we go. I was gonna say that Terrible Writing Advice has a chapter on power fantasy that you might enjoy as entertainment. There's the corpse. I don't know where she went. Yeah, we can grab everything here. Looks good. Right. You said it was trying to remember. It was a particular. Yes. There was an insane thing on Twitter, which was a Ghost in the Shell self-insert character. Last of Us 2, you said the plot was really bad. I believe it. No, there was a there was a terrible scene from like the Netflix Ghost in the Shell. I have not watched the Netflix Ghost in the Shell myself, but he said it's horrifying. Exactly. It was just incredible. I'm currently looking at a Twitter feed trying to find something, but I'm seeing a lot of porn. I mean, I don't dislike what I'm seeing, but it definitely isn't suitable for the stream, that's for sure. Let's see. Keep going here. Moving on. Still skimming down the Ghost in the Shell thing here. Oh yes, here we go. Okay, this is what they look like. First of all, in the Netflix Ghost in the Shell. So take a moment and absorb that that appearance. That's what Netflix is doing to Ghost in the Shell characters. That's some terrible stuff. Okay. hey, Con, this could be canonical, okay? She, at the end of the first Ghost in the Shell movie, she was put into a lowly body, okay? Now, admittedly, she immediately reprimanded the guy who did it for calling him a pervert and all this stuff. But it was just like, yeah, your main body was destroyed. We backed you up in this. Be glad we did that, type deal. But yeah, it looks like they the fact they took that idea and just ran with it. And now she just looks like that all the time. It's pretty awful. It's pretty awful. Oh goodness. So no, there was a very specific thing, and I think it was I'm trying to find. Okay, I found where we were talking about this. It was in the New Games and Movies channel of Discord. All right. Let me pull it up right now. And oh, this is just painful to look at. Okay. Okay, so there's a man who here's the self-insert character. Here it is. Watch this. This guy is a self-insert character, all right? Yes. That's all you have to know is yeah. Yeah. Okay. Ah, yes. Who blocked with their ankles? Well, let's do another one then. Here you go, okay? Look at this. Look at this, okay? Hold on. It gets worse, okay? It gets worse. All right? Now hold on. You think, okay, it couldn't possibly. You think to yourself, it couldn't possibly get any worse. What if he were naked? Okay? Well, what if, and I'm not going to go full screen on that. I'm just going to go over here, okay? So let's this right here. Watch this, okay? Look at this. Okay? This is what we're talking about here. Yes. There you go. Okay? That's this now. Okay? Yes. I mean, when your self-insert does this, okay? When your self-insert can just scare people by looking at them really hard, all right? War veteran, don't worry about it. Okay, this is terrible. This is just awful. Just awful. Oh boy. You thought this was some source filmmaker shitpost at first? You can't believe this is an official Ghost in the Shell from Netflix? Oh, Con, you were never a reboot fan, were you? They've already destroyed the reboot franchise this way, and it's really bad. Yeah, it's Netflix Ghost in the Shell, don't you know? Oof, you never watched her? Oh, I admit, I haven't really either. So, yeah. I don't know what to say about this other than it's just terrible. So, let's see. Yes. They are actively disrespecting these characters for their, like, oh boy, that's great, isn't it? Anyway, doesn't matter. We've already established this is the generation where all your favorite shows go to die. Let's see. If I Google How does it feel to have lived long enough to see all your favorite franchises go down in flames? Yes.
How does it feel to see your favorite franchises go down in flames?
Feels great.
How does it feel to have lived long enough to see all your favorite franchises go down in flames? Feels great. Yeah, exactly. All right. Oh boy, I'm loving this. Not what's happening, but the memes and just how absolutely absurd it is. We get a lot of kiddos who don't know any better really defending this stuff too. Okay. Let me put this stuff away and figure out... Oh yes, let's just give Fargoth all our alchemy ingredients. Forgot about that. Pretty important. Is Fargoth a self-insert? No, the Morrowind developers don't understand what's the deal with Fargoth. Like, Morrowind developers have been... they've been interviewed. And they ask, what's the deal with Fargoth? And they just shake their heads and go, we have no idea. Alright. Clothing. That's a lot of shoes. Shoes of conviction. Not a big deal, just something we're going through really quick. Giving Fargoth all our extra clothes. Oh no, we gave him the blue robes. Do not give Fargoth the blue robes, whatever you do. Or the fancy robes. If you give Fargoth any robes, he'll obtain their power. That is to say, he'll ruin his look with them. Okay. Fargoth main villain for Elder Scrolls 6. I could see Fargoth stand-in being like an ESO quest villain or something. Yes. Alright. There we go. Heading through the wilderness. A quick save it before we go any further, though. Feel it's a very important thing to do. Very important. Yes. I don't really know what to say about all of this going on. Oh, hold on a second. Ancestral Ghost. Bonewalker. This harpy's trying to throw stuff at me. I'm just like, how about not? How about instead, hit you with this. We're gonna heal Faldil. Faldil nearly died there. Thankfully, we got him on lockdown there. Okay, we got her. The harpy is defeated. The harpy blood is mine. Very good. Let's see if Faldil's still alive. Faldil was hurt pretty bad. So am I. I've been hurt pretty bad too, but doesn't matter. Not enough magic goo. Just gonna have to keep running then. Very good. Very good. But yeah, I remember when I was a Warcraft fan. I'm not anymore. Blizzard has actually made me not a Warcraft fan anymore. Like, with the Elder Scrolls, at least I can look forward to gameplay that I like in Skyrim, even if the story is terrible and the characters I don't care for, and so on and so forth. You know, at least the gameplay is engaging. And, and so I know going into Elder Scrolls 6, the gameplay is most likely going to be still engaging. But Warcraft, I can't say that. Like, I don't like the storyline or the gameplay anymore. I'm actively not a fan of Blizzard properties anymore. Yes. I mean, Diablo 4, I'm looking at it like, yeah, but I didn't like anything like... You said you've never felt it was a good game as EverQuest? Oh, yeah. Yeah, here's the thing. EverQuest is an interesting thing because what World of Warcraft was, ultimately, is it was a dumbed-down version of EverQuest. And I think that worked very well for getting a lot of people into MMOs. The problem is they looked at that mass market appeal and said, like every other MMO said, we got to do it this way. And they ruined MMOs moving forward. So now when people go, well, that's just how MMOs are. You know, they obviously aren't really paying attention to a bunch of Asian MMOs that exist, but also, they don't remember how Western MMOs used to be before World of Warcraft ruined them. I still enjoyed the first year of World of Warcraft significantly, and I was still a fan of the franchise through up till about Pandaria. And Pandaria didn't ruin it for me so much as the patches in Pandaria kind of killed it for me. And I looked at it like, okay, well, what are you going to follow this up with? You're going to make it better, right? Warlords of Draenor? Guess not. Guess not. Anyway, in terms of Diablo, though, I was a huge fan. Let me pay attention to this really quick. I need to go up to the foreign quarter really quick and get some stuff sold. We're gonna go in through here first and check out the foreign quarter. Okay, now that we're inside. What I was going to say that we looked at, ooh, goodness. Diablo. I was a huge fan of Diablo 1 and 2. And then Diablo 3 came around and I said, I don't really care for this. And then I looked at, you know, Path of Exile, Grim Dawn, Torchlight. Torchlight is actually my go-to game still, in terms of the Diablo likes. Just because of how simple it is, but also how it is... it just feels, gameplay-wise, like Diablo 1, the first Torchlight game. So, yeah, let's go over here. This is a bar. Hello, sir. Let's talk. Ah, you're the plebiscite of the Black Sock. Yeah, beds. Okay, but we have a limited collection to barter with. Ooh, you barely have anything to barter with. Pretty sure I don't want to trade with you. Yeah, you don't buy anything I want, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Oh, good. Let's see here. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, EverQuest had a lot to it, to be honest. It's just, I very much settled on Asheron's Call as my go-to MMO for a while, before settling back into the text-based MMOs, MUDs. End up going back to those.
Its scent is unfamiliar.
And the reason I say I went back to doing MUDs is for a very important reason. Because you were ultimately limited on how you could role play in an MMO. You come off looking really stupid when you try to role play in World of Warcraft. Because the world is so small, and you physically can't affect anything with your character. Like, you may say, you know, like, I'm gonna push that crate over. You can't. You can't do that. So that's why ultimately I ended up moving back into the more text-based games. So I would occasionally pop back into WoW once every expansion pack to play the what do you call it? The quest stories. But then I would try to quit before I got raiding. Oftentimes my guild would convince me to raid a little bit, and I'd get caught up, and I'd be like, okay, I've got raid gear now. What do we do? Okay, now you have to get the same gear, but Titan Forged. No, thank you. I'm out. Goodbye. All right, let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and have a chat with her about barter. Oh, so she sells. I think she's a general. She only has 325 gold, but she can buy some arrows from her. And we can give those to Faldil. And turn Faldil into a ranged person again. That might be good. Let's see. That will cost 62, but I'm pretty sure I can sell some stuff like these robes and this shirt. So there we go. Let's ask for another 20 gold on that deal, though. Very good. So we managed to get a bunch of arrows on that. We can get a few more arrows. That's fine. In fact, it looks like her arrow supply restocks every time. I could be wrong on that point, but yeah. Let's see here. Same thing for these fancy hooded robes. I'll keep one fancy hooded robe, and then I'll try to sell for a little bit more here. It took a while for people to realize that Racketeer was just this, what I'm doing right now. Let's see here. Moving on, though, we're going to give Faldil these arrows and Titan arrows as well. And now Faldil has a generous... Whoops, I took those from Faldil. My bad. Either way, they all had to get transferred over. So yeah, he has 200 arrows now. We just need to give Faldil a silver bow, I think. Because he has a steel bow now. He needs a silver one. You may think, isn't it the arrow type that lets you hurt enemies? Unfortunately, no. It's actually the bow type. I mean, even Zelda understood that the silver arrow is what killed Ganon, not the silver bow. Only the silver arrow could kill Ganon. Hello.
Outlander, what do you want?
Ah, yes, welcome to my humble shop. You're an alchemist, which means you probably don't have anything I want, although I should probably buy some skooma pipe. No skooma pipe right now. The problem in MMO nowadays is everyone is the hero. Yeah, that's the problem with modern MMOs. I mean, I've never really understood why they wanted to go that way when you should be a hero among... Like, I remember in Classic WoW when you went to kill Nathaniel's Blightcaller before they retconned that. Because, of course, they did. They told you, like, your quest to kill the Blightcaller was, okay, gather an army, aka 40 players, and go kill Nathaniel's Blightcaller. Be careful, he's a hero from the old war, so he's extremely powerful. It will probably take an army to kill this one guy. And that was incredibly fun. It was an open world raid boss. Another alchemist. They only have apprentice and journeyman stuff, which makes this extra annoying. Whoa. The greatest alchemist in Morrowind? You doubt my claim? You will not be so cynical after sampling the potions I have to offer. I have specialty potions by commission, delivering superior effects. Commission, you say? Really, Skooma? Tell me about commission. All right. For some coin and ingredients, I can prepare special potions, superior to other alchemists in exclusive concoctions. Let's see. What's the brain? Vivek made potions? Vivek's levitation potion? Wait, Vivek made potions? Well, maybe. Geez, there we go. But it's a specially potent brew of my own devising. It allows faster flight than those other potions. I named it in honor of Lord Vivek. It can be yours for 300 drakes and half a dozen cliff racer plumes. I require the plumes in to prepare a special concentrate. Let's see. What's this brain booster you got? I actually knew Krell, Big Nord, who looked like he should have been working at a hot forge rather than a hot calcinator. Anyway, before he died, he taught me his method for fortifying both intelligence and willpower. Called it the Brain Booster. For 200 gold, and yeah. So may I brew you one? Sure. 200 gold. Let's do it. Let's do it. Cook me up one. There seems to be some confusion. The bloat in a 200 drake poem. Okay, so I need bloat specifically for that. But she makes special high-end potions, apparently. That's kind of cool. I'm not going to deal with that right now. Instead, I'm going to go to this rare bookstore and sell some books. Hello, Mr. Ordinator. I see you're protecting the bookstore. I won't have anything to say about that. I'll just kind of sneak around here. No one cares that I'm... Okay, this Khajiit can obviously see me. I don't trust any of this. So, hello, sir.
What does the Breton need?
Yes. I want to sell you some books. How about this? Yeah, I'm going to sell you... Wait. Have I not read all these books yet? I'm curious. Let's check. Oh, wow, unarmored. Okay, so I can definitely do that. What else? 36... Wait, if I drop this, will it be considered stealing? I'm gonna quick save it before I do this. Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, okay, well, what does that? No one considers that stealing. Okay. Lives of the Saints. Yeah, we don't really care. Let's sell some, a couple things. Yeah, the sermon. We'll go ahead and try to do this. Good. He refused my offer. Well, damn shame. He doesn't know that it just works, so we're gonna cast that spell on him. You tried to avoid my it just works? You cannot avoid it. In fact, look, I'm not actually casting a spell on you. I'm just kind of telling you that it just works, alright? So we'll really quick just be like, yeah, how about this much? Very good. Same thing here. Vivek's lessons. Let's go with 50 gold on the deal, please. Thank you. My mercantile skill's up to 90. Damn right. Damn right. I've definitely got some good trading in here. I think that should be about it. I don't really need to worry about the Pilgrim's Path, do I? I don't think so. Let's convince him to buy the Pilgrim's Path. Since I won't be doing very much in the way of temple worship, I imagine. Very good. So, you should have to sneak to cast that on NPCs? Yeah, I still think there should be some... Wow, look at this book. Tome of Mysticism. Fortify Mysticism skill for 10 points. Wow. I'm pretty sure there's an Ordinator who's, yeah. I'd be like, okay, we're gonna grab it. No, we're not. Wait, like, that Ordinator will catch us in a second. We don't have the sneak skill for that. But I honestly think there should be a subtle form of casting where you don't get into your casting stance. You're not doing this. Instead, you're just kind of standing still and you kind of twirl your fingers and mutter something under your breath, you know. Just be like, and they don't know you're casting a spell if your skill check was successful. Because, like, crouching down in front of them and trying to sneak is a bit much, I think. We're going to check out the underworks here, or the, if there's anything here. There should be bookseller. Do not need anything from the bookseller. Do you think leaks are legit? Leaks are almost never legit. Alright, healer there. I can tell you, though, that they've most likely started work on Elder Scrolls 6 already. Because Starfield is probably just wrapping up now. So what they'll end up doing is they'll have some people begin working on Elder Scrolls 6, whereas other people will still be working on Starfield DLC. That's how I imagine it's going to happen anyway. Hello.
Its scent is unfamiliar.
Is it now? You're an alchemist as well. A lot of alchemists around here. Ooh, open spell. It's only 15 though. Mark is good though. Lock. I've never thought to use the lock spell. I've never thought to use the lock spell, actually. Let's grab Shield Companion Great and Strong after we convince this guy it just works. He needs to buy into the hype so I can rip him off. There we go. Perfect. We were able to Shield Companion Great and Strong now. I mean, there's times when lock might actually be very useful. It's just that none of those times is now. And I could definitely see it working on a multiplayer server. Let's see. Do I stream on YouTube as well? No. Absolutely not. If I want to show a video or something, YouTube will be like, excuse me, we're going to copyright strike that, community guidelines strike that, demonetized, you're going down in the algorithm, we're just gonna screw you over. And so what I do is I chop out selective portions of the stream, and then I will upload the video after the fact onto YouTube. But yeah, YouTube is really bad for direct streaming. We're gonna go upstairs to the Mages Guild and Fighters Guild here. Yes. YouTube treats everyone like one of those channels if they like to do a wide variety of content. They like to play clips, like to do things like that. That YouTube treats everyone that way, provided they are a channel that shows many, many different things and not just gameplay. And you'd be surprised how many people will come into one of the VODs on YouTube and go, "You talk about so many other things besides the game, it's off-putting. This isn't a good Let's Play." Yeah, it's not a Let's Play at all. It was a live stream. I was interacting with my audience, sometimes making fun of my audience, but, like, how dare you make fun of me? Anyway, we need to go further up there. Yes. Yes. Okay. No, I guarantee you. I guarantee you that 25 million subs will get you the same problems. It's just you're acutely aware of the problems, so you don't do that kind of content. You're just made aware of it in advance. That's all. That's the only difference. You'll notice that the kind of people who do the controversial kind of meme casts, they typically don't do it on YouTube. They do it on a different platform. And then they'll show it on, they'll do it on a different platform, and then they'll show it on YouTube later, like a selection of clips. But then they'll do what I do, which is to selectively chop out things. Yes. Why not make multiple channels for different content? Because I don't want to. Because it's not my job. I'm very happy my hobby pays for itself these days, but it's still my hobby. Okay. Let's see here. Hello!
How do you do, Breton?
Yes. I can only shudder at the people who have to, really have to work hard, at, like, chasing the algorithm and relevancy and popularity in order to be able to, you know, make ends meet on YouTube. That shit's frightening.
How may I help you, Breton?
Yes, I want to talk to you, sir. I'm going to convince you it just works. My illusion skill went up, which is awesome. Let's barter. Oh, not my rank? This guy doesn't even want to talk to me. Jeez. Goodbye, then. I technically have, like, 6 channels. One of which is not at all related. One of which is a business account for business stuff. Again, not related at all. And then, 3 that are, ooh, I can grab that. Apparently no one cares. Yeah, so let's talk here. Very good. Let's see, interest you in some weapons training, really. That's my job. Yeah. Not much point in having a fine ebony longsword if you can't remember which end you hold it and which end goes in the other guy. Oh, that's great. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Not what I wanted, though. Let's see here. Going to the smith. Hello there. How much money do you have, sir? You have 800, so I can get a good sale off of you. Let's have a chat with... Yeah, I can talk to you. So, Fargoth, you must speak. So I'm actually going to take from Fargoth a bunch of different weapons and armors. The garbage stuff. And I'm going to try to get some sales in here. Again, it's Ricketeer. Again. Let's... Yes, hello. How you doing today, sir? Good, you've bought into the hype, I see. You're 100 out of 100. I'm gonna barter. And actually, before I barter, I'm going to repair. No reason not to take that money as well. Very good. If I were still a slave to the algorithm, if I were a slave to the algorithm, I'd still be making Skyrim mod profiles. That and controversial Fallout 76 content. I occasionally yap about Fallout 76, but you know, how do I put this? I made a stupid amount of money on Fallout 76 despite not trying. And other people, oh god. That's frightening stuff. Said no GF yet? Oh my. I've been married for over 10 years. I definitely had that problem once, though. Long ago. Long ago. Said, it's a documentary on 4chan? Oh, okay. I don't even, I'm not even questioning whether that's true or not. I'm just like, okay. That sounds about right. It is not a hard pill to swallow. Alright, let's see here. 35 there. Oh, yep, mercantile up to 91. We're almost at 100 mercantile, which is nice because it helps our personality trait go up, which is good there. Bethesda made more money than they should have. Why shouldn't I? Oh boy. Oh boy. But yeah, I mean, I look at some folks, like the Young Yaz and people like that who made... Oh god, we're not selling the Dreg Shield. That's too much. Who made an unearthly amount of money off it, and I thought, you know, when I was looking at how much Fallout 76 was making, I thought, like, one thought was, I could make thousands doing this. And the other thought was, I don't want to. And so that's the side that won. Alright, let's see here. Chest of Shock. Alright. What else we got here? Titan Sword, Nordic Sword, got a Silver Longsword, Silver... Yeah, we're gonna get rid of the Short Sword, Steel Club. Keep the... We need a Silver Longbow, come to think of it. That's really what we need. We need a Silver Longbow. Got it. 23. Good. Titan Sword there. I actually had more fun with Fallout 76 than most people, but having talked it over on 3 different Discords, I've come to a conclusion regarding Wastelanders. The more players you play with, mercantile up to 92, the more players you play with, the buggier and glitchier and more broken it gets. And several people have said it's just their servers being terrible. So if you have a Fallout First subscription, you're playing alone or with 2 friends, you won't encounter hardly any bugs at all. And if you are in a public server and it's reaching the server limit, well, game-breaking bugs ahoy. That's how it seems anyway. That's how it seems. We're just gonna wipe this person out for all their money. Here, just kind of take everything. Oops, 117. Yeah, that's fine. Good. Ooh, do you think anything will happen if Starfield flops? Nope. Nope, they'll, let's see. If Starfield flops, they'll just scratch their heads and go, okay, well, we'll never make another of these other IPs. Let's focus hard on our Fallout and Elder Scrolls content. That's what'll happen. Yeah. If Starfield flops, they'll just pivot hard into Elder Scrolls and Fallout. Yeah. They're making money right now, so...
Let's not make this official, Outlander.
Let's not make this official, Outlander. Alright, let's put on that robe again. The fancy one. Very good. I like the fancy robes. Mm-hmm. Of course, you say it's not gonna flop. I mean, I will pick up a copy for live streaming purposes. Assuming my computer's up and running by then. That is always a problem, isn't it? That is always a problem. Okay. Let's head on over to the arena. What is Starfield? Exactly. Anyone who tells you they know what Starfield is lying to you right now. Or violating a non-disclosure agreement. One of the two. They're either lying to you or they're lying to Bethesda because they violated an NDA. Yep. They showed a title screen. That's what they showed of Starfield. A title screen. You said, what's taking Elder Scrolls 6 so long? Because they only make one game at a time. So they made, they pivoted off of Starfield to do Fallout 76. After they did Fallout 76, they went back, they pivoted back into Starfield. And they've been working on Starfield. So until Starfield's done, there won't be an Elder Scrolls 6. I mean, they might, my expectation here is that they're going to get some people off of Starfield and have them start working on Elder Scrolls 6 early, and then have everyone else finish up the DLCs. God damn, I went the wrong way. Need to go to the arena. We're going to the Vivek Arena, damn it. But yeah, I really don't know or care what Starfield is going to be. I will try it. I will play it. I will stream it. But there are plenty of games that I will try, I will play, and then I'll quit playing, you know? I'll do like one stream of, and you'll never see it again. I think I did, what, 4 streams of the Outer Worlds? But until they patch some stuff, until there's some DLC, I don't have the desire to go back to the Outer Worlds despite actually enjoying it. So, yep. Said, why 2 Fallout games back to back? Oh, I can tell you why. I understand exactly why. But first I'm going to watch this fight. So, as I was saying, it's very simple. It's because they have 2 studios now. Austin and Montreal. Well, they have more than those, but like the Austin studio was former Battlecry Studios. When Battlecry was shelved and their real talent got thrown out, they scratched their head and went, well, I guess we'll have them work on Fallout 4 online mode, and that's what Fallout 76 became. So it was either that or fire the people, because Battlecry was canceled. So they became Bethesda Game Studios Austin, and they are permanently on Fallout 76 now. Like, all the Fallout 76 updates you get come from them. Alright, we're level 27, our endurance went up. Very good. Fargoth, have you ascended, sir? Are you stronger? Fargoth, let's discover his stats. He's level 25, he's got 91 long blades, or sorry, short blade skill, and 90 light armor. Fargoth is growing bigger and bigger. Yes. That they could have worked on the next Elder Scrolls game. Ha ha ha. Remember, like, just being pigeonholed into one or two franchises would drive you crazy. As a creator, like, do you just want to do the same thing over and over and over again? That would be boring. So what they ended up doing is they, can you mod Fallout 76? Not officially, but it turns out that most Fallout 4 mods do work in Fallout 76 when properly injected. Isn't that funny? It's Fallout 4 with multiplayer. Okay, we're going up this way. Yep. Yes. We're in the arena now. Let's have a look around. These are the fighters training. Need to figure out what we're gonna do before I sneeze. There we go. Okay. Let's see. I believe there was someone killed in the arena, and I want to talk about that. So yes, Fighters Guild, welcome to the arena. Arena combat in Molagmar. Death of a Taxman. I could have sworn I saw foul play in the arena. Here it is. A gladiator was poisoned during a match in the arena. An orc named Gorgo. Gorgo. Let's see. So, we need to talk about this. We need to go meet him in the holding cells. We never found the holding cells, come to think of it. Let's go downstairs into the basement and see if we can find the holding cells down there. All right. I guarantee you, and I say I guarantee you. I better not guarantee anyone anything. I heavily suspect that there will not be any modding tools released for Elder Scrolls 6 for the first few months. Yes. I'm not going to give you nightmare predictions of the Creation Club running rampant. Oh, here's the holding cells. I'm just going to say, many things are possible. Alright, who are you? This is the guy we want to talk to. Hello, sir.
If you're here for trouble, you'll get more than you bargained for.
I understand. I won't bug you. Let's ask this guy about his shenanigans. We'll tell him that it just works. Or summon a Bone Walker to act extra menacing. Good work, Bone Walker. Now, it just works. Very good. Let's see. About the Poison Gladiator. Oh, I'll talk to you about that in a second. Hold on. Let's see here. Ooh. What I told you is true from a certain point of view. Yes. I gave everyone the nightmare scenario several videos ago, which shows what I was worried about was, you know, modding going through a creation tool, as it were. You know, subscribe to the Creation Club today to get access to our modding tools, and you can publish it on Bethesda.net, and like the modding tools will only publish to Bethesda.net and nowhere else. So there's no quote unquote open modding anymore. So the only way to add mods to your game would be to download them via the actual game in Bethesda.net. That's the nightmare scenario, ultimately. I'm not saying that's what will happen. I'm just saying that that is the nightmare scenario I talked about in a video where I could see happening, and it would piss people off. Then, as Pete called it, we would hack the game. Yes. Well, it turns out that as far as Pete was concerned, when we did like SKSE and stuff like that, In their perspective, that's hacking the game. That's not supported. That's not real modding in their eyes. Real modding is supported by the company via their the creation kit. And if you make your own mods via Xedit or whatever the hell it's called, well, you're just hacking the game, and that's not supported. Yes, we've heard about that before. Let's see here. Yeah, exactly. Using Xedit makes you a hacker because you're not doing things properly. At least as far as Pete Hines went, and he said unfortunate things. Let's just say he should not be head of PR. Or I mean, he can be head of PR, but he shouldn't be doing the job of a community manager. He shouldn't be talking to people at all. He should be delegating that job to other people. Now, let's see here. Think it was... Yes, I think, here we go. So, let's pull this up because everyone's asking. So, let's ask about the Poison Gladiator before we do anything else because I'm getting distracted horribly. Poison Gladiator! Yes. I didn't kill him. I didn't use poison. Besides, the Battlemaster checks all the weapons before the gladiators fight. He didn't say anything about poison on me sword. So it couldn't have been me. Nope, nope, nope. The guards searched me in the room afterwards, found no poison. And, I can't believe my luck. I used to be a soldier of fortune. Yeah. Alright, well, that's interesting. Tell me about the Battlemaster. An Imperial, right. So it's a... You're already a fighter in the arena. Yes, I am. And that's why I'm investigating your thing. I'm an impartial outsider, and I totally wouldn't want you guilty so that you'd never fight against me. That would be stupid. Alright. Wow. Thank you for subscribing. Alright. We should go look at that guy's room, I think. Yeah. Let's see. Didn't find any poison. He claimed the guard searched his quarters. After arrested, could find no poison. I should corroborate this with one of the guards. Let's ask the guard up here, the ordinator. Actually, in the holding cell. I want to talk to you. Hello?
Yes, citizen.
Yes, you're watching me? Let me ask about the Poison Gladiator. Yeah, we conducted another more thorough search of the orcs' quarters. We found poison there this time. We were just waiting until we got word back from our criminal apothecary. He says it matches the poison the Khajiit was killed with. The orc is undoubtedly guilty now. Really? Okay, so... Yeah, it does not look good for Grogro. Yeah, let's talk to this guy here. Hey. Hey, this is serious business. Okay, yeah, about that. No, the poison can't be mine. It ain't mine. They searched my room once and found nothing. The guards must have planted the poison. All these dark elves hate orcs. Moloch, ball, spear, me luck. I've been accused of murder I didn't do. Oh boy, oh boy. This orc, it's looking bad for this orc so far. Don't know what to say about it. Yes. We're gonna go over to the training area and go have a chat with our dude here. Hey, Mr. High Elf Battle Mage.
Greetings to you, Breton.
Yes, about the Poison Gladiator. The Ordinators and I conducted another more thorough search of the quarters. We found some poison there. Apothecary says it matches that of with the Khajiit. This looks very bad from him. I don't want him to be guilty. It's another black mark on the arena. Gorgo said the Battlemaster examined his weapon. What did the Battlemaster have to say about that? All right, Battlemaster Sosa had been missing shortly after the poison incident, before we searched the quarters a second time. So Sosa missing is not new. He's been very erratic in showing up the last few months, and I was already ready to replace him. But I see where you're heading. If Gorgro's innocent, someone may have planted it on his blade and in his quarters. If he's innocent, yes. Let's see, Cindy here in the arena was the closest. Go speak to her about him. Someone may know who planted the poison. Got it. So, basically, the arena is shut down while we examine this incident. Most of the gladiators and staff are on leave. Well, I'm not going anywhere, I guess. I thought I was going to fight in the arena a few times, and this was going to be awesome, but it looks like I'm not going to do any fights until this is done. So, I guess I should fast-track the Orc's guilt. I'm joking, of course. Let's see here. Basically, we need to... it's only him, the Ordinators in training. Senidai, let's see, in the quarters. Okay, so basically, you don't think the Ordinators had anything to do with this. They're too fanatically religious. So we should go ask other people about this. We're going to go ask the people in the quarters right now, I think. Actually, let's look over here. There should be a guy around this corner. Yeah, the arena's shut down right now. So I can't fight in it.
Potential, Outlander. Are you here for training?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to ask you if it just works, and after I'm done doing that, I'm going to talk about the poison gladiator. You think the poison found on him, the orc's got nothing but bad luck? Let's see here. So you think it's his, right? I guess I won't ask you anymore about it. You've already decided you don't like him very much. So let's run around here. That's the training area. These are the canal works. Don't want to go down to the canal works right now, though. Need to keep looking. I should find the quarters around here somewhere. There we go, fighter's quarters. Hello, sir.
Is there something I can do for you?
In a second. I'll talk to you about the poison gladiator in a moment. Okay, poison gladiator. There you go. You heard the Ordinators found some poison in his room. If it wasn't the fact that Sweden was there with them, I would have thought the Ordinators planted it themselves. Maybe Gorgo's guilty after all. Well, how about this? Let's talk about... I was going to ask about Surrender the Blight. Tell me about the Blight. Blight's a sickness you get from being outside during ash storms. The sickness comes from Red Mountain. Yeah, I don't really care about that too much. I was really hoping to see what you had to say about the Poison Gladiator. But you don't seem to be saying anything new, so we're going to move on. There should be a lady over here we can talk to. Somewhere around here, maybe. Hello, Red Guardian.
Greetings. It's not often I find such good company.
Right, Poison Gladiator. You think our Battlemaster's a part of this? Let's see. Heard the rumors about his drug use. If they're true, sadly true, I have evidence that he was involved with a gambling ring to make more money for his habit. I was going to confront Carcella about this. Let's see here. Okay. Basically, we have a Battlemaster who is in over her head. Sorry, in over his head. And drug use, gambling, you know, like, where do you think he could be? So we don't know. We've looked, and we're worried for him. Let's see. The last gladiator to see him was Lency. Okay. So basically, we need to find Lency. That's really what it comes down to. Dunmer, training to be a gladiator, taking a hand in training. You think they were lovers? Got it. Bad experience with other lovers in the past. Oh, geez. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
You may speak.
So where can we find this particular person, I wonder? Let's see here. We've already gone to this part of the fighters' quarters. Yeah. My question is, where could this person be? Trained to be a gladiator. So I'm going to go check the training area, but I don't think she's here. There's a Dunmer trained to be a gladiator. I'm like, where is she, though?
Do you have something to say, Breton?
No, I don't. Ah, Faldil and Fargoth. The truth is revealed. Yes. Okay. Let's go this way. Oof. Wait, that was... I was connected to the wasteworks. Okay. I was just in the wrong corner of it, going like, where do I go? What do I do? That's very common, that question. Where do I go? What do I do? All right, let's ask each person. Is this the lady? Yes!
Outlander, what do you want?
I want to tell you that it just works. Then we're going to talk about the Poison Gladiator. Yes, you promised your friend you'll always keep your promises, but you didn't promise not to... not telling you. All right, Rayton. Carcella went down to the underworks. Let's see here. Okay, you're pretty sure it was to use drugs against my advice. I looked for him and saw no trace. Did see a Dunmer male in the distance leaving the underworks. Couldn't make out. I don't know where he could be. The underworks, he could be in the underworks. We don't know. The point is we need to check the arena underworks and find this guy or his corpse, one of the two. And this battle master, if we find him, might be the key to exonerating this orc who had poison planted on him, as far as we know. Fargoth can't participate in the arena, unfortunately, because he's a follower, and therefore he can't get past the door. However, we do think of them fondly. Our followers. Underworks time, I guess. It is... The time has come to face what is down here. That was not what I wanted to do. Alright, I didn't equip the stick. Yes, the stick. Oops. There we go. We don't know what's down here. The underworks can be a bit dangerous. Which is why we were worried when someone was down here doing drugs. But who knows what we'll find. Go back up, over, and around. This is the inside of the canton. Anything could be here. In the underworks. Lots of water. Lots of water. There really is no way across, is there, other than entering the water and fighting slaughterfish? That's annoying. Well, let's get it done then. Down we go. Quick saving, and... Alright, slaughterfish. I come for you. Assuming that slaughterfish will turn around and attack me soon, but we're going for this one first. Slaughterfish defeated. One. Haven't seen any evidence that the guy's around here, either corpse or anything. Looking, double checking. Check this tube now. See if it's in this big pipe. What could possibly be in here? A corpse? Something else? A person? Nothing so far. Fargoth versus Nazim? That's a very... I don't think Nazim has any practical combat skills. Fargoth has a ring that can heal himself. So, I assume that Fargoth is no stranger to a knife fight. Whereas Nazim seems to just be an uptight pansy. Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't. Is he going to be able to talk his way out of Fargoth's fight? I mean, that's what Nazim would try to do. He'd try to intimidate Fargoth. So the real question is, can Fargoth be intimidated, or is it down to a straight-up death match? And if it's down to a straight-up death match, I have a feeling Fargoth can win because he can out-heal him. So, yeah, you say that, but I don't trust it. It's, let's see... What you're talking about, of course, is well known. Well known.
Looking for my husband, Nazim? Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where he stuffs himself with his things.
Rorik, eat.
Hey, Taff.
Jarl. Hey, 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 Jarl. Hey, 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 Jarl. Hey, 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 Jarl. Hey. Okay, Jarl's backside. Jarl's backside. I'm from the Jarl's backside. Hey, hey, Jarl's backside. I'm from the Jarl's backside. Jarl's backside. I'm from the Jarl's backside. Hey, hey, Jarl's backside. I'm from the Jarl's backside. I suck the finest meat. I hunt with the best wench in the hole. I actually advise the Jarl on political matters. My input is invaluable, of course. Some may call me junk. I'm Jarl's junk. Got a problem with me. Got a problem with my Jarl.
Okay. Let me really quick switch this up. Hold on. There's actually a brand new post today on the Twitters by the people who made this song. And let me pull it up right now. Here we go. This is pretty important stuff. A lot of people will know it when they see it.
Some people have had changes in behavior, hostility, agitation, depressed mood, and suicidal thoughts or actions while taking or after stopping Chantix. If you notice agitation, hostility, depression, or changes in behavior, thinking, or mood that are not typical for you, or if you develop suicidal thoughts or actions, stop taking Chantix and call your doctor right away.
Yes. Okay, there we go. Let's see here. There we go. I don't see any evidence here. Yeah, so Dunmer Male leaving the Underworks, but it was too far to identify him. I should do my own search of the Underworks. Well, I've been searching the Underworks right now. I guess I should just dive into the water and live there. Let's do it. Whoa! Faldil scared me there. I thought it was a slaughterfish in my face. There hasn't been a single credible leak since the leaks began quite some time ago, with at least with Bethesda. Most of it has just been really stupid people who are bored. I'm stuck in quarantine. I'm going to write something and get some attention. Yeah. Yes. Anyone can claim to be anyone. Yes. Right. Elder Scrolls 6 leaks. Yes. Leaked right into the Undercroft here. Leaked right into the sewers. Okay. People talk about leaks all the time. I don't care. I guess it comes down to it. Remember when that person was on, what do you call it? Sorry, I got distracted because of that slaughterfish. When someone was on 4chan and he claimed to be, with Bethesda, Remember that? That was some fun stuff. Yeah, we've checked out the underworks and we found nothing so far. Wait, I think we found his corpse. What did we find? Oh, geez, we found the corpse. Skooma pipe, empty skooma vial, newt scale. We'll take all his loot, of course, but that's unfortunate. He's quite dead. I found the corpse of the battle master in the waters under the arena. He wasn't wounded, seems to have drowned. Current pinning him to an underwater grate. What clutched in his hand was a tiny rock with the word Tong crudely scratched on it. Morag Tong, you say? Or the Kimono Tong. Need to report this. Let's go to the Red Guard lady. I don't trust the arena battle master anymore. We're about to faint in the water, so before that happens, we need to cast stamina. There we go. So, we found the guy we were looking for, but he's quite dead. This is disconcerting. We'll have to figure out what's going on. Okay, we're gonna go up here. Go to the quarters and ask the lady about this. Miss Redguard lady. There she is. Hello.
What's your story?
My story is It Just Works. It's the name of the spell right here. Very good. Now let's try again. Ooh. You faint in the water. Oh, let's see. What happens when your stamina runs out when you're swimming? What will happen to you? Okay. Battlemaster says dead, drowned in the arena underworks. Said nothing happens because it's Morrowind. Yeah, you keep believing that. You just you latch on to that fact. Okay. Now let's see here. Drowned in the arena underworks. My fears are correct. He was spiraling down a path no one could stop. Once he started using moon sugar and even worse things. I shall tell Swain, but he will have Soyce's body recovered and given a proper burial. With Soyce's death. Let's see. Note that only the note Tong confirms my suspicions. It means that Tong means Kimono Tong, because had evidence of Soyce meeting with them. Okay, that makes sense. What type of evidence? My own eyes. The Tong was probably supplying the drugs in exchange for fixing matches for their gambling ring. That's why the poisoning happened. To fix a match for the Kimono Tong. If I hadn't waited to confront Soyce about this in person... Oh my goodness. Okay. Like, what should we do now? We find out... we find who I think is the murderer. Right. Okay, so... we still may be able to prove Gorgo's innocent. I know a male Dunmer by the name of Nevos, a Kimono Tong member, was meeting outside the arena. Okay, so we have to meet Nevos outside the arena. Surprise and confront him. Dresses in dark clothes, has a beard and mustache. Got it. Mustached, beard, cloaked man. Not at all a villain. So yeah, this has been a quest so far. Jeez. Let's do it. Let's go find this guy. Probably upstairs, the top of the arena. Okay, let's continue. Spectators. It's time. I had some fun. Some fun. Some fun. I don't see any of this. I don't see any of this. And these are all spectators, so I shouldn't be up here. Either. Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Is this elevated seating?
Welcome to the arena.
You are an ascendant. Look at the man. I could never obtain this level of mastery. I am in awe. Behold the truth. Wait, Oh! Well, I missed the guy dying. I missed it. The red team won, but I'm secretly a member of the blue team. So we're gonna fight him eventually. You'll see. You'll see. Victory will be ours. Yes. Let me see here. I'm trying to get a good shot of this ascendant.
We're watching you, scum.
We're watching you, scum. That's incredible. Now, let's go this way. Hello, sir. This is the person we need to talk to. We're gonna convince him that it just works.
3 blessings, Sarah.
Yeah, I don't tell my name to strangers. How about this? How about this? We'll try again. Now we're only 81. We need to get this. Yeah, don't worry about this random guy who's just talking to you. He's nothing special. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I don't tell my name to strangers. Your name? No. Why don't you tell me who you are and what you want first? Yeah, look. I'm looking for Nevos. I need to talk to him about the Arena Battlemaster. Stares intently at you. They found his body. I see it in your aura. Your aura, really. I don't know what you're an aura reader or something? It doesn't sound very dark elf. Anyway. Nice bit of work to locate me for an Outlander. Yes, I killed Sosa, caught him in the underworks in one of his drug binges, dumped him in the sewers. I had hoped it would have looked more like an accident. Guess I was wrong. He outlived his usefulness anyway. Screwing up that match. The poison he stuck on the orc blade should have only slowed the Khajiit down. Letting the orc beat it, and we win our wagers. Why are you telling me this so freely? What's left to hide? Obviously the Kmonotong plans have been found out. We were supplying Sosa with the drugs in exchange for him fixing the matches. He screwed up. He's dead. And so this plan, so is the plan. Got it? Now the real reason I tell you this is all I've been preparing my magic while stalling you. Stupid Outlander. I'll be dumping your corpse in the sea in a moment. Oh boy. Oh wow. It's a shame, it's a shame. Damn. Go, minions. Okay. Yes. You fell for his trap card, something like that. All right. Very good. The Neverine? Hold on. You're saying the Neverine? Do you mean the Ring Bearer? I assume you mean the Ring Bearer when you talk about the Neverine. I'm just a dude with a stick, okay? I don't know what all this Neverine business is. I'm a dude with a stick, okay? I beat people with a stick. However, the Ring Bearer, on the other hand, yes, I have a stolen wig as well. Correct. Yeah, well, I have a wig made from one of my victims. Not a stolen wig, but, you know, a wig made from one of my victims, yes. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I don't know what all this Neverine business you're going on about is, but as far as we know, we're just a a criminal with a wig on, as you can see. Top quality wig. All right, let's continue now. Good. What else have we got here? Gonna put our robe back on. Good. We did it, though. We defeated the man. Oh, betting ledger. Oh, he had a shard bolt ring and a fire sword? Jeez. That guy, though. That guy. All right. I mean, I hear legends of the Incarnate. So far, I'm thinking Fargoth might be the Incarnate. Faldil isn't up to the task. Faldil, despite being much better defined than Fargoth, he is, like, his skills will never really advance, okay? He's kind of stuck where he is. Whereas Fargoth's skills evolve. He's already at 91 short blade and 90 light armor. Fargoth is going to become the master of all things. You'll see. Okay. I have no doubt that Fargoth will surpass even me eventually. Just wait until we give him Sunder and Keening. Oh wait, we don't know about those yet. What are we going to do? Oh yeah, we're gonna go to the fighters' quarters. Oh no. I fell through the world for a second. That was scary. Hope he doesn't betray you and become Fargother. You mean? Oh,
so where
boy.
are you from?
Yeah. Let's go upstairs and talk to the actual master of this. Sorry, I'm in the wrong spot. No, this was the correct area, but then I need to go to the other side of it through the middle. So I need to make a left turn, then go straight. Yes. Training. Not you. You can't be trusted. But we tell this man that it just works, and he'll like us more. Hello, sir. Very good. The Poison Gladiator. Right, Senin told me about Carcella's dealings with the Kimono Tong. We fished Source's body out of the underworks, found an empty vial with traces of the same poison. Have you found Source's killer? I killed a Kimono Tong agent. He admitted to murdering Sosa and running a crooked gambling ring. Let me see the proof. Takes the betting ledger from me, glances it over. Yes, this will suffice. Since you found involvement of the Kimono Tong, you've have proved Gorgro's innocence and the Battle Master's guilt. So Gorgo will be released. It'll take some time for the stain so as to put on the arena to be erased, but I can work on restoring the honor of the arena with confidence now. Is there still a reward? Yes, you deserve a reward. Let me give you the benefit of my decades of fighting training in heavy armor. Even if you don't wear it, it'll help you when fighting someone who does. So there we go. Heavy armor skill increased by 1. Journal. And an arena pass has been added to my inventory. This pass entitles you and a guest to 2 free box seats for all events in the arena as long as I am the arena battle master. Damn right. Box seats. You see, I'm already getting treated like a noble again. Thank God. Yes. Exactly. We got a voucher now for arena. Let's have a look at it really quick. Hold on. I want to see what it says. Let's see here. The bearer of this document, 2 free box seats in perpetuity. Right. Makes sense to me. In perpetuity. Box seats. That's fine, though. I did need a heavy armor raise, though, because heavy armor has been, you know, it was at 39. I got it up to 40 that way. I'm happy with that. Let me see here. A quick save. Yes. Okay. Skyrim, you got the butcher quest? Something like that, yeah. Okay, the arena's back open, so we can see the Grand Champion in his amazing stance. Look at that amazing battle stance he's got. That's top tier Dunmer there. Top tier Dunmer. Yeah.
3 gods, 1 true faith. Oh, come on. Leave me alone.
Yes, exactly. So, that's serious business there. Arena time. Yes, this is Arena Fight 1. There we go. Yeah, once you see him in the final fight, it gets kind of intimidating. But, hello, sir. I'm ready for a fight. Yes. Ready to spill some blood? Your opponent is medium armored, claymore wielding Imperial. Shouldn't be too hard to kill him. No, I'm just gonna summon an army of the dead, to be honest. First of all, let's cast shield. Then go.
Coward! You're mine.
Really?
You're mine.
Fargoth? Fargoth, what are you doing here? Fargoth! No! I didn't expect Fargoth to enter the arena. What's happening here? What's happening? Oh no! Run while you can! Oh boy. Damn right. Fargoth, you did it! Thanks to your presence, we've managed this. Fargoth has appeared. Can he exit though? That's the real question. Yeah, Fargoth is fine.
Now you're going to get it.
What? Now you're gonna get it? Alright, Imperial didn't stand a chance. Excellent. We did it. Yes. Now you're gonna get it. Let's try this again.
You should run now. You chose the wrong Bosmer to mess with. Fight, coward! You should run now. Now you're going to get it.
Okay. Alright, that's fine. That's fine, I guess. Hello, sir.
Aren't you a sight? What can I do for you?
I actually want to fight the monsters for a bit. Recent Arena Master. That's you. Good. Can I fight the monsters, though? Fighting... Arena Master. Fighting the monsters. Yes, I want to fight some monsters. I want to fight 3 bristlebacks. Let's do it. Alright, we're gonna fight 3 bristlebacks. This will probably go terrible for us. But we saved the game, so if we die a horrible death, or Fargoth dies a horrible death, so be it. Okay. Oh, jeez! Okay. Oh, no! Oh, no! I didn't realize that the pigs would be so powerful.
You should run.
Okay. We got one. Fargoth's gonna heal using the power of his ring. See that? Okay. Uh-huh. Let's do it. Oh no, it hurts. You need a Bone Lord here. Summon a Bone Lord, quickly. Go, skeleton.
Run while you can.
Oh no.
This is going
Aye! It hurts! Aye! Okay, I need to fortify... Well, restore fatigue first and foremost. Then we need to fortify... we have nothing in terms of... there we go. Yeah, fortify fatigue. Fortify health, please. Thank you. Let's see. Fortify endurance. We need some restore magicas. Oh no! I didn't realize. Okay, we need another one. Restore magica, please. Here we go. Okay.
You chose the wrong Bosmer to mess with.
Come on.
You don't deserve to live.
That'll do.
You chose the wrong Bosmer to
We believe in you, Fargoth. We believe in your power. Oh no! No, 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 no! Fargoth! We must pray to Fargoth. What is Fargoth doing in the arena? That's a very good question. No!
Now you're going to get it.
Okay. We're healing Fargoth. Then we're gonna summon a Bone Walker. And a greater Bone Walker. We did it! We did it! We defeated the beasts! We are victorious! Ah, yes! Go clean yourself up. 675 gold. We killed 3 really stupidly powerful pigs. Yes. Those are the Solstein pigs. The not nice kind of pig. The Reeklings train those pigs. And they ride the pigs too. Are there any Reekling riders in Skyrim? I think there are in the Dragonborn DLC. But I think they're one enemy type. They aren't a boar and a rider. They're just like a single enemy. With immersive creatures there are? Yes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hello there. Let me see. Repair my staff. What you got in terms of barter? Oh, you got 2,000 gold to play with. Okay. Well, I know what we're doing now. We're going to really quick go companion share. And let's grab the Wakazashi. Anything else we want? I don't think so. Let's go check Faldil really quick outside, see if Faldil has anything for us. For us, Faldil, what do you have? Newt scale. We'll take that. Wait, you're giving that to him. My bad. Yeah, that's fine. He's got plenty of stuff we can have. Plenty of stuff. We need to not be over encumbered, though. Yeah, we'll put these greaves away and take these gauntlets instead. Need to be careful with what we're picking up. That's good. Hello there. She has nothing to say to us, sadly. However, we were going to tell her that it just works, which is important. And that causes her to buy into the hype. That's why she's at 100 out of 100, so we can rip her off. Important stuff. Now, we're going to sell each individual item a little bit. A little bit, yes. Smithing with no pants on doesn't seem very safe. I know. But it's something that must be done. Because you don't need pants for the victory dance. Alright, Imperial Chain. Definitely don't need that since Imperial Silver turns out can be sold. Imperial Silver can be worn in place of Imperial Chain, which is a great thing. We're just going and getting our mercantile skill up. We've been consistently selling all the junk we've been getting in our adventures, trying to get a higher skill here. So we're actually going to ask for 100 on the deal. Mercantile skill up to 93. Damn right, intelligence, personality, both up. Personality helps illusion work, so this is good. Very happy about that. Helps the it just works spell. We're doing well. We're doing well. We're actually going to get like 65 on this one. Very good. Yeah, our mercantile skill is high enough that we can really rip them off. Let's ask for double. Just straight up 100% more. Damn right. Looks like it works. So we can ask for double. It doesn't work all the time, and you know, if I didn't have this spell on, it might not work at all, but hey. It's yep, mercantile up to 94, so we're definitely making a go of this. The buying and selling game, I mean. Now we're selling the weapons. Now we're selling the weapons. This is how we're not over encumbered all the time. Because we have companions to hold stuff for us, and then we go and sell everything via trade. Yes, trade and barter. Speaking of which, ooh, that Jinx sword. We're gonna ask for double, to be honest. Yeah, screw it. Mercantile up to 95. We're getting there. Bit by bit. Okay, I think that's good enough. We're not really going to get the rest of our money today. Unless... How much was that Dreg Shield? We could probably buy the Kite and Arrows. Does she sell a silver bow? I don't think she sells a silver bow, but let's double check. Steel crossbow, steel bow. Now, she doesn't sell a silver bow, sadly. So we probably won't be able to... Silver spear, silver throwing stars. Throwing stars. You know what? Buy those silver arrows, buy the silver throwing stars. Looks like a good purchase. But let's ask for a hefty discount on everything. Yeah. Very good. Now we'll give Faldil those throwing stars. So against Daedra, he'll have a refined throwing weapon to use against them. I really hope he doesn't just use those stars against anything. That's my sincerest hope. He might, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, well, we've successfully won a match in the arena, kept up our arena standing, and we actually solved a murder mystery in the arena as well, dealing with this orc. Let's go actually to the prison really quick and have a chat with the orc, see if he's still there. He probably isn't, but it'd be funny if he still was and he hadn't been released yet. Ah, no, he's definitely released. I wonder if he's been removed from the game or is he located somewhere in the arena now? I'm curious because he's not in the holding cells anymore, which means he could be anywhere. So we're checking out the fighters' cells right now. These are their quarters. Now, it's the same people in the quarters. So, I am legitimately interested where this orc ended up. I have a feeling that they just removed him from the game. You know, now that his quest is over. But it would be cool if, yeah, he was in his room. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the case. It'd be cool if he was in this training area here. Let me see. What can I do with this if I were to... no, I was thinking about equipping a weapon and hitting those training dummies, but looking at all this stuff, like there's some spears here, stuff like that, because you can get your skill up on a practice dummy. Problem is I would break it with my staff here. What the hell are you talking about, Ordinator? That Ordinator was frightening. Oh well, I don't see the guy, so he probably just disappeared. Which is honestly to be expected at this point. The other lady who's whose lover died, apparently. She took off as well.
Yes, Outlander?
Hello there. Tell me about the Poison Gladiator. You think the orc did it? Everyone's blaming the Battlemaster just because he's dead. Oh! Talk racist Dunmer lady. Oh boy, I didn't know they'd have commentary there. Yes. Okay. Oh boy. Yes, yes, exactly. Oh boy. Yeah, Con, we had a discussion yesterday, didn't we? Regarding orcs in fantasy. You want to hop onto Discord really quick so we can say something on this here stream about it? Let's see here. Meanwhile, I'm gonna head back to the... Actually, let's head to the Telvanni district and just kind of poke around here. That might be fun. I'm gonna look around the Telvanni area. Yes. Let's see here. Up we go. You had one of my Daggerfall VODs in the background and I called orcs poop elves. Well, I mean, literally, they're the Boethia's species. That's not a joke. Good, good, and good. Closing that up. Okay. Just mess with one more thing and I should be back into the game. Yeah, get off Discord. Good, good, good. Yes. That'll do it. Thank you for waiting. It said, Disney tried to pull a hashtag, a Blizzard by trying to own a hashtag. Well, they can't do that unless Twitter decides to actively, like, they have to make a deal with Twitter so that Twitter pops up with a thing that says, by using this hashtag, you agree. Like, if Twitter, the platform holder, doesn't do that, then you yourself can't own the hashtag. See, how it works is we signed a contract with Twitter. I'm not joking. When we created our account, we did sign a contract with Twitter. Not with Disney, with Twitter. So, in other words, Disney can't do shit. Okay, let's get back to it. What have we got here? We're in the Telvanni area. We're just going to poke around the Telvanni area for a little bit. Nothing big, nothing special. Nothing out of the ordinary. There's an alchemist here, an enchanter, a mage. Let's go meet the Telvanni mage. Hello, sir.
You talk too much, Outlander.
Do I? I think it just works. Give me spells. Ooh, first barrier, buoyancy, levitation, stumble. Jeez, that reduces agility by 5. That's a terrible spell. Let's go check out the sorcerer. What kind of spells does the sorcerer have?
Say what you want or go away.
Yeah, faction members only, Breton. Okay, goodbye. And this is the apothecary. Pretty sure the apothecary is basically the same as the alchemist. The alchemist might have alchemy tools, while the apothecary has specifically alchemy ingredients, but they're all going to have, you know, it's all going to be the same in the end. Screw this. The Telvanni area is not worth it. So much faction members only. So, yes. What have we got here? Yeah, the arena. Very, very good. But yeah, I don't know how Disney thought they could get away with trying to own a hashtag without making an exclusive deal with Twitter. Because Twitter is the one we signed the contract with. We have made no agreements with Disney. So, yeah, that's a bit silly. Okay, let's see here. We're back in the arena again. Let's do one more arena match. I think we can do this. Yep. They said the people try to copyright React. Well, it depends. React in the, like, it might actually, they didn't try to copyright, they tried to trademark it. Copyright and trademark are very, very different. Copyright, you can ignore. Trademark, you must defend or you will lose that trademark. Like, trademark law is unforgiving. And they tried to trademark React, which means, in theory, you wouldn't be able to use React in anything. Whereas copyright, well, if it were that strict, we wouldn't be using Elder Scrolls stuff right now, would we? Ugh, let's see here. We are going to tell Fargoth. We're going to be like, adventure. Just wait here, please. Thank you. Fargoth's waiting here until I come back. Same thing for Faldil. We're just going to tell Faldil, hey, I want you to wait here. Yeah. So, there we go. Faldil and Fargoth are going to wait here for me while I go in to do the next fight. Very good.
Breton. Do you need something?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go in for a combat in a second. Let's do it. Here we go. Ready for the fight. Still a long way for the champion. Now back to your opponent. He's an Argonian assassin. His attacks are fast. But if you have strong armor, he won't be able to harm you that bad. Now go make him suffer. Yes. Let's do it. We're going to immediately cast our shield. Then we are going to... Oh, apparently we have a cat. So we're going to take a moment. We're going to allow the cat in. Even though this is usually a terrible idea of mine. Cat in. But we're going to do it. To allow a cat to in. Why we're doing it. That's a bit. But, open the window here. This cat is being... Cat has been let in. In a couple days, it's going to be like 8. Weltering. Yeah. So, for those who don't know, this is the neighbor's cat. It's not my cat. All right? This is Mr. Sir. Mr. Sir is the neighbor's cat. And he has things to say, usually. We do this. Yes. So, Mr. Sir usually has... Mr. Sir is the neighbor's cat, not mine. Yes. There we go. You ever speak to your neighbors about Mr. Sir? I've taken Mr. Sir back to the neighbors and actually, like, knocked on their door and said, hey, here's your cat. So, I'm gonna do that right now. Hey, oh, no. I'm gonna give Mr. Cat dry food there that he can enjoy. And he'll be after me now, but he can't do anything about it. So, but yes, we definitely spoke to our neighbors about him, and it's like, what can we do? He's an outdoor cat. He does outdoor cat things, you know? All right, let's go. Fighting an Argonian. Okay. Let's do it. Die, suffer, kill. Yeah, this is good. We're doing well enough. Not doing so well, is he? that's why he's actually fighting the Bone Walker, not the Greater Bone Walkers, which makes this whole thing very hilarious. The Greater Bone Walkers permanently damaged his stats as long as they're alive, whereas the regular Bone Walker doesn't do much of anything, can temporarily drain them a bit. So yeah. Alright. There we go. We did it though. Victory. Damn right. There's our payout.
Well met.
So we've won 2 matches in the arena so far. I'm very happy about this. There's 2 level 100 chests here. This place would be great to steal from. Of course, the Grand Champion's watching. He could easily exterminate us.
Please leave.
Damn. See what I mean? Like, the Grand Champion, he's special. You don't want to deal with him. He'll just instantly kill you. He's like level 80 or something like that. Oh well. Alright, Fargoth, Faldil, we did our match. Follow me. Yep. Hey.
If there is anything I can do, I am humbly at your service.
Yeah, come with me. Follow me. Very good. We did it. Amazing adventures. So, now that we've successfully reminded the arena of how great we are, we can leave Vivec City, and we'll leave going north. I believe we'll try to do a few other things here. Very, very good. Everything is as it should be. What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. If it's over 30 FPS, I consider it successful. No. Let's continue. Yeah, we're actually gonna go this way and down. Yes. Everything looks fine to me. I'll have a look-see here. No, I just looked on my stream preview and everything looks pretty fine too. Don't know what to say about that. Okay. Let's have a peek. Yep. We're gonna exit Vivec and start our journey north. Try and uncover a little more landmass as we go. No big deal. There's an ordinator.
We're watching you, scum.
No, Con. It has nothing to do with whether they could wear boots or not. It has to do with the fact they didn't want to have to produce extra bodies for each race. They only wanted 2 bodies, one male, one female, and that's it. Like for each race. Sorry, not one male, one female. Just 2 bodies for the player character total. One male, one female. And then what they did for Khajiits and Argonians is they just added an extra equipment slot that you can't manipulate. That's a tail slot. And I know because when you wear a cloak in a cloak mod, it occupies that tail slot, so it actually unequips your animal tail. It's kind of funny. Yes. So Argonians could participate in the potato generator. That was Oblivion character creation. Yes. Oblivion character creation is amazing, isn't it? Now we're gonna check out this area a little bit. Kind of little peninsula here. Is that what a peninsula is? No, it isn't a peninsula at all. Okay, let's grab some flowers here. Seems to be something walking in the distance, but I'm gonna ignore it and grab more willow anther, because this stuff is good and I like having it. Let's continue. Looks like we got a mud crab. Hostile. There's a ship over there. Makes me want to levitate on board. That ship. I want to check that out. Right. I mean, what didn't Wilburger make Autism Cat as kind of the final form of what you'd expect in Oblivion? Alright, let's see here. Up. Is that a regular slaughter? Yeah, it was a regular slaughterfish. Like, is that a slaughterfish or a slaughter shark? Alright. Thalmor Top Hat came from, I don't know, like Mad Maskers or something. I'm sure that you could get, like, Zenithar Armory or something else and get access to it. But, yes, it was very important that that character have a top hat. Because when you take high culture too high, it just exists to piss people off at that point. God, my bone walkers aren't doing anything. This pisses me off. That was a slaughter shark. Okay. I'm curious if Masker's Oblivion Overhaul. Oh, that is an Imperial ship, actually. Come to think of it. Oh, it's outside Vivec, too. Interesting. I didn't realize the exterior of Vivec looked this way. That's kind of cool, I guess. Hello, sir. I'd like to ignore you and go down into your... Oh, it's locked. Damn shame. Damn shame. Yeah, this is just a set piece. No big deal. No big deal. Let's go back across the water. I say before I try to loot the sack and fail. We're going. Very good. But yeah. My favorite types of characters in tabletop RPGs are religious zealots. Even though I'm not one bit religious in real life. Well, I said not one bit, but that's a lie. I believe God exists. Go look up deism. It's just that deism also rejects what is known as divine revelation, meaning that it rejects the concept of, say, the Bible or the Quran or any kind of holy book as speaking on behalf of God, because God is too far beyond mortal understanding to be able to just interpret as a book.
This is going to be fun.
The center of the religion is a non-interventionist deity. So, but I love playing in fantasy worlds where God is, let's just say, interventionist, and love playing a zealot of that, especially when there are other gods, other perspectives that you can then, take a stance against and say, my God is right, your God is wrong. Because that's a fun argument to do. There's no way to prove it. There's no way to disprove it. You just kind of have that unstoppable belief. Yeah. Let's go check out these areas here. Yeah, we're gonna run over here and fill in the map a little bit on our way back up north. More than justified, and the Elder Scrolls are pretty much confirmed. Well, yes. 40k is that attitude to the extreme. Yes, and I kind of shy away from 40k because it's kind of grimdark. Like the future is a bit, again, extreme. So, like, oh boy, now you let a little bit of chaos in, and they run rampant over a planet and, you know, completely destroy it from the inside out. Okay, so yeah, that's a problem. I get it. It's just, I prefer to have a little more room for nuance. Okay. There was a video that someone linked me once where they explained how there's no canon. Oh god, that's Umbra. Can't do that. Well, we're coming back later. We're not gonna deal with Umbra right now. Anyway. Yeah. War Machine for that regard, a bit more nuance between the factions. Yeah. We're gonna fill in this little piece of land and then work our way back over to Balmora. We're in Surin right now, but we're kind of ignoring the content in Surin at the moment. Come back to it later. Quests will also take us here, so. Yeah. I mean, the problem is that in 40k there are ways to more or less prove that worshipping chaos gods can result in bad things.
Run while you can. Now you're going to get it. Oh, this is too easy.
Okay. I mean, it'd be like worshipping a Daedric prince in the Elder Scrolls. The Elder Scrolls honestly isn't as fun with deities as far as, because I mean, Daedra are basically demons. Isn't really room for nuance in that. There's a lot more room for nuance in, say, the Forgotten Realms. I think that as I well, there we go. As I started focusing on
one of us will die.
Well,
And it won't.
oh, Fargoth is gonna die. I'm paralyzed. Yeah, that's 200 points of burden for 6 more seconds. Don't know if I can save Fargoth. There we go.
You chose the wrong Bosmer to mess with.
Really? Okay, Ancestral Ghost, and then we need to hit him with... Okay. Oh god, we got more enemies coming. That's not good. We need a Bone Lord right now. Summon a Bone Lord. Summon a Bone Lord. I like how she's just kind of... Yeah, that's fine. Die.
Now you're going to get it.
Oh, jeez.
You should run.
Damn it.
Now you're going to get it.
There we go. We did it, except we didn't.
Oh, this is too easy.
And the Elite is defeated. The Daedra worshippers are also dead. Very good. I was just gonna say that, as I've been, you know, going and checking out other fantasy universes, I tend to go back to the Forgotten Realms more as an anchor than anything else. The Elder Scrolls are fun sandbox games, but if you give me a true-to-form Forgotten Realms story with Elder Scrolls mechanics, I will probably never come back to the Elder Scrolls at that point. The lore is just way better. The universe, the storytelling, it's all just far more thought out than the Elder Scrolls. However, they kind of ruined it a little bit with the Spell Plague. Like, all of that stuff kind of... But the thing about Dungeons & Dragons in general is that you can always go back and you know, just like in the Elder Scrolls, like we can set our campaign in the Third Era. Well, you can do the same thing in the Forgotten Realms. You can set it before the Spell Plagues ruined everything. So, even though there's lore reasons now for the way the mechanics work in D&D 5, you can ignore them completely. So, let's see here. Couple more things. But yeah. Let's go. Just because something has a basis in lore doesn't make it good. Exactly. That's what I often say is, like, people in the lore community tend to harp on this unreliable narrator concept, and it's like, it's a literary device. What are you setting up for the pay? What kind of payoff are you looking to get? And like, well, in real life, you don't always get a payoff for your setups. Yeah, because real life is full of shitty stories. We're looking for good stories. Good stories are about setup and payoff. What are we doing with that? And Skyrim is a lot of setup with no payoff if we take it literally as far as like the unreliable narrator and concepts like that go. AKA bad storytelling. Escapism for a reason, yes. Oof. Okay. The payoff is the confusion. Actually, it's about subverting expectations. That's why J.J. Abrams is a genius with his mystery box concept. Star Trek used to be a really crappy, boring series of set pieces where the characters were all stock characters. They didn't go through meaningful growth. And then, at responding to J.J. Abrams' superior motion picture style, the new television series are based on that. And that's why Star Trek Picard is the best Star Trek show ever. Almost, well, actually, I'm wrong. It's almost as good as Star Trek Discovery Season 2. All right, let's go this way. Correct. They gave Star Wars to the person who ruined Star Trek, but those movies made a lot of money, and that's what they care about. Yes. Damn. Okay. That'll do. We got our undead here. You know what I'd like to be able to make in this game? I like to be able to fight and summon Grand Lafoon. AKA, like Legion from Castlevania. Just like a big bundle of corpses. A big ball that's just corpses reaching out. That would be great. Whose idea was it to have a trilogy split by directors? Oh boy. Oh boy. And the thing is, JJ refused to take what Ryan gave him and run with it. He spent most of the movie undoing Ryan's work, and so I mean, I'm not saying The Last Jedi was a good movie. Far from it. But the two directors had a pissing contest, and the result is just a big pile of piss. That's really what it is. Just a big pool of piss between the two of them. Okay. Is Fargoth dead? Is Falstead dead? Whoa! There's Fargoth. He got stuck. Fargoth, what happened to you? Come on. Let's go. Okay, Fargoth's here now. Oh, okay. We're fine. We're fine. Ooh. Very good. The thing is, Ryan himself sissied out on his own concept. His own concept was old Star Wars has to die for new Star Wars to live. And I don't like that concept. But he could have committed to it fully in his movie, and instead Ray sissies out and goes, focuses on, what do you call it? Goes and becomes a, you know, like, we're gonna be a Jedi. Like, are you sure we shouldn't just let the whole Jedi Sith thing die and walk away from it? At that point, like, with what Ryan had what Ryan had set up thus far, wouldn't it have been fine to just let the Jedi Sith concept die and walk away from it and have put the war back in Star Wars? And, you know, I think that would have been fine. I think that would have been okay. I don't like The Last Jedi, mind you, but I think that there was merit in the story he was trying to tell, even though it was told horribly. As an answer, like, it was an answer to the terrible Force Awakens, so, yeah. It was basically saying you can't keep retreading the same content. Make something new. That's what The Last Jedi was. That was his answer. And it was not a good answer. But he could have made something out of it, and he didn't. He said they're both bad directors? I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Oh, you're talking about Rose Tico? Oh, hold on a second. Okay. We need to enlighten you about how terrible this is. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be playing Greymore. Okay, so let's pull this up. Okay. So, this is what is truly, for me, unforgivable about Rose Tico. It is not how her character was written. It's the fact that, get this. They took a beautiful woman and they turned her into this. They turned this into this. They turned this into this. This is the same woman. What were they thinking? What were they thinking? Oh boy. Look, we have CG, okay? We have art. We have Well, so am I, Destroyer. I mean, it's obviously we have. Does it matter? Does it really matter? Okay. Heal companion. Heal companion. They're good. Let's keep going. But yeah, I mean, if they wanted a character that looked kind of ugly, they could have, you know, cast someone fit for the role, not take someone who is pretty and make them, like, I don't understand why they cast her for that role when they were going to give her that kind of transformation. Either in, I don't know. In movies, you can depict anyone any way you want, because we have CG, we have makeup, we have all kinds of things, so you can make anyone look any way you want. I don't know. It's just something that bugs me. Watch out. Oh, we got... Oh no, I'm on the ground. It hurts. Okay. Good. Ooh. Shield first. Heal myself.
You chose the
Good.
wrong Bosmer to mess with. Run while you can.
Run while you can.
This is going to be fun. You can't escape me.
We can do it.
No one can challenge me.
Beast defeated. Oh, we got a lot of items. This is going to be good. Going to be very, very good. Okay. Faldil, we're going to need to talk about the massive amount of items I have right now. Yeah, I'm going to give Faldil most of these items before we move on. Wait, did I give him the helmet? I gave him the helmet by accident. Don't want him to have helmets. I'll gladly give him pauldrons. That should do it. Weapons, of course. Wakazashi's club. We got our silver stave, so it's fine. Good. Wardens have permanent pets, why not necromancers? Yeah, I mean, what the hell is blast bones in ESO? Okay. Let's go ahead and rest for 8 hours. Rest was interrupted by a Kagouti.
Too easy.
Very good.
I'll fight, coward. One of us will die here, and it won't be me.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. 3 a.m. Just rest for 5 hours. I'm actually okay with the concept of people talking through the Force. I just think that it should be better established, and they should lose a sense of where they are when they're doing it. It should happen in, like, dreams. I mean, if you can have Bastila's battle meditation, you can have anything. It's not the concept that's bad, it's the execution. Yes. Yep, force healing was already in the lore. It's just, it was executed wrong and not at all explained properly. Like, force healing can't bring you back from the dead? What's wrong with you? it can heal grievous wounds, but you're probably gonna pass out afterward, channeling that much power. Force healing was already in the lore. They just forgot it was, and they didn't use it properly. That's all. And they treated it like... the worst part is they gave it to Rey as a power without, again, setting it up at all.
Oh, this is too easy.
Yes. Can it heal General Grievous's wounds? It can't restore whole limbs, but... I mean... like, Grievous was 90% droid, so the answer is it would not be able to heal General Grievous very much. But if someone was bleeding out, say, it could close the wound. Force heal could do that. You know, you get your arm ripped off, you force heal the, that part closed.
Now you're going to get it.
Nothing about the prequels were well thought out. Let's put it like that. The moment I heard about the Naboo Queen who was elected, this is a democracy, I knew that none of this made sense. Ooh.
Run how you can. No one can challenge me. This is going to be fun.
World building is great as a concept. The execution was bad. George Lucas tried. You don't want to know what George Lucas was planning. You see, he was originally going to have, and this made it into the books, by the way. Qui-Gon Jinn actually talked with apparently some kind of prophet of the Wills, and through them. Qui-Gon Jinn learned how to escape, how to remain conscious through death, basically retain his consciousness, and that's how he became a Force Ghost, because of that's how Force Ghosts became a thing, and then he passed that on to Yoda while Yoda was meditating, and yeah, it was supposed to be the Wills, and so George Lucas's original concept for episode 7, 8, and 9 was going to be a trilogy dealing with the Wills, who were basically the true rulers of the universe, who spoke through the Force and all of this stuff, and then it was going to deal with the midichlorians and like all of that stuff people hated. They were going to like George Lucas was going to triple down on. Yes. So I'm just saying that you're like, well, George Lucas tried. You need to be very careful about putting George Lucas on a pedestal, being like, well, at least it wouldn't have been bad if George Lucas made it. No, you don't understand. George Lucas was setting up he was going to do something terrible, and Disney rejected it. And then they did their own thing, which was, said, how the hell did you do so well with the first movies? Oh, very simple. The first movies, he had his wife and a few other really talented people on board. Keep in mind, he ended up divorcing her. But she ended up, it was her idea to switch to take the Battle of Yavin 4 and make it the Battle of Yavin 4. Originally, the Death Star was just floating out there in the originally the Death Star was just floating out there, and then the Rebels went to it and blew it up. Okay? The Rebels went and killed a bunch of people, and then there was a big ceremony at the end. they looked at that and said, like, not George Lucas, but the other people looked at that and said, this needs an actual climax. So what they did is they manufactured the scenes of the Death Star will be in range in so many seconds. Whenever you hear the computer say that, no one's talking in those scenes at all, okay? That's because that was all made artificially after production through editing. They reused a bunch of scenes to make it look like the Death Star was coming to Yavin 4, when in fact, there was no stakes other than we can't let this Death Star be around. And no, the whole the Rebel base will be in range thing was manufactured after the fact. Yes. Okay. If you bought Rogue One is the suicide bomber's journey. It's very interesting. You see, you had this girl who, she lost her father early on, and she ends up, like, she doesn't have a place. She's looking for a place to belong. She doesn't have a cause. And so eventually she finds a cause in the rebellion, right? Her father dies, so it's a story about revenge. And so she gets revenge by going and dying in you know, in a glorious mission for the rebellion. It's the suicide bomber's journey, very simply put. I don't, like, Solo isn't meaningful. It's not a meaningful story in any way. It's okay. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just an okay movie, Solo. It definitely isn't the Han Solo we came to know, though. Solo was good-hearted guy, does right thing for right reason. Definitely not the smuggler we met later. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, apparently they redid a lot of Rogue One. That's what I've been told. Yes. Okay, it's a rainy day today. What time is it? 9 a.m.? Jeez. Here we go.
Oh, this is too easy.
Okay.
Now you're going to get it. Too easy.
All right. I honestly liked the original Jabba the Hutt that they cut from A New Hope. He wasn't an alien at all. He was just a fat guy. Yeah, okay.
Run while you can. You chose the wrong Bosmer.
But because they didn't have him there,
Oh, this is too easy.
because they didn't have him in A New Hope, they just decided, you know what? Let's just make him an alien in Jedi.
This is going to be fun.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yo, these guys? Pretty sure they're alive. Yes. Paralyzed. No? He failed to paralyze me. Very good. Scrib Jelly is mine. Alright, we're gonna head on up to Aldroon and do some quests up there. That's my idea anyway. And that's by way of fighting a lot of monsters along the road. We'll get a lot of hound meat and other items along the way. Which I think is good. Yes. Where regard. You said that scene would have conflicted with Greedo in the bar. But in the special edition, they put it back in. Except he's an alien. So, does it still conflict with Greedo in the bar? In the special edition, they just CG'd new Jabba in with it, yes. Seriously. They used the old scene footage with Harrison Ford. They just replaced the man. It's redundant and the scene was bad. You can thank George Lucas for that. Yes. Isn't it great? Having, giving George Lucas absolute control over things.
You don't deserve it.
Yes. The CG Jabba was bad, of course. Of course he was bad. And had to step on Jabba's tail because of the way it was filmed. Yes. That's right. We're here. Hello, sir.
Speak freely, friend.
I will. Later. All right. The good hovel, good place to be. I think this is, sadly, where we're going to, call it quits because I am actually kind of tired.